Hello, Sam's Clocks is back. Today what I have is a porcelain clock. I have wanted one of these for a very long time, and I have finally received one, or I should say I purchased this. I think it was about just 40 bucks really, which is actually amazing. Found this on a clock auction, and I actually drove 2 hours to pick this thing up. I got it along with my Fusey wall clock. Here, let me show you that real quick. Out here in the hallway, it's next to my my Howard Miller right here, and it's taken away. It's been doing that for the last couple months, as it should. Anyway, back to this. This clock is made by the Ansonia clock company, and it is a nice piece, although it just needs some work done to it. For one thing, the timekeeping is awful. It has been gaining about 10 minutes an hour, which I don't even know how that's possible. I mean, the only thing I can think of is it has a suspension spring that is not original to the clock, or somebody, for whatever reason, just stuck the key in here and just turned it up to the fastest setting. Why anybody would do this, I don't know. And this clock is not easy to put in beat. It is very sensitive, which is why I got these two pamphlets sitting under it just to level out the clock. It's a really easy way of setting the beat, but it works. Leveling is kind of overrated, I should say, because as long as you got that in beat, it's gonna run. So this idea that it should be level or leveling is the solution or will fix it is simply not always true. But this thing chimes very nice. I would service this piece, but I just have no idea how I would get the movement out, and I will show you the back so you can understand what I'm saying and so you can see the movement of the clock. So what we got here is the movement. It has a very common movement, and they all have that same patent date of June 18th, 1882. We got the pendulum down there and the gong in this movement. Looks well lubricated, but at the same time, it probably could use service, considering the mainsprings, when you wind them up, they make a lot of noise or a lot of clunking sounds, which tells me that the grease on this is just, well, there's not even really grease on there. They're just really dry. And this whole clock just seems, and there's parts where it's very oily, and at parts it's very dry. And I would service this clock, but how I would get this movement out, I don't know. I'd probably have to take, just unscrew it from up there and then just put it on. Okay, so let me explain that again. I'd have to take out this bottom piece, the bottom wooden piece, and then just unscrew everything in here. There's a part of me that thinks, you know, this is just stuck in there. Or it comes off with the dial. Actually, that's probably not right. Anyway, enough of me talking about that. I'm going to go ahead and just advance the chimes. You can see the spring, it kind of... Actually, let me feel those again. Okay, yeah, they are really greasy, just not on the side. Because when that grease gets really old, it kind of starts acting as if it's a glue, and therefore kind of just, it acts like a glue, and so the springs will stick, and it'll sound really ugly when they finally separate. I'm going to let that clock go off real quick. Or it can stop the clock if it's bad enough. That wheel is very wobbly. I mean, maybe this can be fixed without overhaul, but that's a project I'll have to tackle some other time. It says Vassal on the back for whatever reason. That's interesting. But that is that clock, and I hope you enjoy this video, and I will see you another time. Goodbye.